Howdy, y'all. No music today. It's alright. I can get away with it from time to time. I'm gonna wait till somebody gets in here before I actually start. Well, sort of start. American Patriot. A little bit of bourbon flavor. Tasty. Now, it's made by Missouri Meerschaum. Specifically blended and dried to be better enjoyed in a cob. Howdy, y'all. Well, never mind. Bye. See ya. Somebody showed up for a minute. A second. Oh well. I'm going to do what I do. Howdy, y'all. Not sure who you are? Go ahead and talk if you feel like it. Don't if you don't. Then poof, they're gone again. I wonder if I get hits for views because people are bouncing in and out. Howdy, y'all. Nope, they're gone again. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Feels like it's howdy doody time. So y'all want to see what I worked on this morning? So I've got these little dimples. See the little dimple right there? And the little dimple right there? That's the center line of the bowl. That sucker is 2 inches deep. And I've got ideas. Not sharing those, but I was sitting out here with a damn tape measure measuring the stuffings out of this one chunk of briar. I must have took about 50 different measurements. I took everything I could possibly get. Unlike dominoes, where they say stuff like study long, study wrong. Yeah, well, with a briar, study long, cut as little as you can, make it pretty, finish it, see if anybody wants it, repeat the process if you can. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I don't know enough. But I have ideas. So my first ever truly, I'm gonna make it for me. I'm gonna not make it for anybody else. According to Mike at Briar Blues, who sent me these blocks, you just have to keep your first pipe. So I'm gonna make something that's what I want. Howdy again. Hey, I hope you stay longer than the last 5 people. So far, so good. All right. Okay, and they're gone again. I can feel the love. Quite honestly, I don't care. It's a little past 11 o'clock. January 23rd. On a Saturday. I'm smoking American Patriot, an American English blend with Cyprian Latakia and a smooth bourbon top note. It says it's made in the USA, distributed by Meir and Dutch Tobacco Company, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and that it is manufactured by Sutliff Tobacco Company, Richmond, Virginia. Oh man, I loved that show, Martin. It was awesome. I was hoping you'd have some time for call-ins, but the show filled up pretty quick and stayed pretty busy, so I'm not too worried about that. Howdy, Steph and Skip. Glad you could make it. I saw that just as I was trying to get on that it is up. I will be watching that right after Steph and Skip's live show. And, oh yeah, you know it's going to get out there. You know it's going to get out there. I don't put up with my friends getting basically treated like crap. And you've seen those times where I've said, send me your trolls. I eat trolls for breakfast. I mean it. Howdy, Skip. Glad to see you could make it. Oh, hey, just real quick, before I really get going, remember, I should just put this as a warning label on my videos. This product contains / produces chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. That's because it's like getting kicked in the nuts if you act like a fool. And if you think that's not going to cause reproductive harm, well, too damn bad. But yes, American Patriot. I'm going to say happily, I like it. Oh, I've got my cats all wandering around outside. Watch, they're gonna come up over here and start asking me to be let in the door. Well, come here. Whoop. I'm gonna get bit if I keep that up. Well, see, I agree with you. If basically a guy who's going to spend a couple grand on a laptop is going to go out there and find he's got issues and then call customer support to try and resolve these issues, and customer support is going to be so unsupportive of their own product that it gets to the stage where you actually have to start making videos, because you know that first phone call nobody's making a video on it. Maybe the second or the third you're not making a video, but you know, fourth or fifth in, you're starting to make videos on, hey man, this is starting to become a trend, what in the hell. So I'm all for, hey, look, you screw with one of our community, you've screwed with all of our community. And get ready, because every person I know is going to see it. Every person they know is going to see it. We're all going to be throwing it out there at you. That was kind of why I sort of used a certain song title, you know, as the video title, because Saturday is all right for fighting, Saturday is all right for tailgating. I gotta tell you, it's actually almost too warm for this jacket, but it's wet. It's not like a good wet, where it, you know, rains, soaks the ground, and kind of goes away. It's been this raining, drizzling, nasty, goopy crap since Monday. Nothing's drying out. Everything's staying chilly. Not Chile. Hope to see Jose today. Coffee in the bottle. And it's still too hot to drink. So let's look at what I've been working on this morning. Howdy, Boris. Just lit a Partagas D and having, Arberg 10 with it. Yeah. My friend, you are living right. So what I've been working on is, of course, taking about 50 measurements I mean, I can tell you how wide that block is, how tall the block is, how long it is, how much room in here I can work with, what I'm thinking about doing over here, where I'm thinking about doing over here. I've been taking measurements all over this thing and writing them down in my little pipe notebook. One subject, pipes. So I've decided that this one will eventually be mine. A one of a kind, something that I don't seem to have seen anywhere else, but I'm taking styling notes and stuff from other pipe makers out there, and I hope nobody gets pissed off when I make something that's so completely me and just horribly wrong, except for the fact that it's going to be mine and all mine, so there's no way it'll be anything but right. I know how wide to make the shank or stem and everything else. I mean, I've been working on tons of things for this stuff. Still have not even close to touched it with any kind of a tool other than a tape measure. I haven't set a pencil to it. I haven't set a knife to it. I haven't sanded it yet. I mean, I can tell you that I'm probably going to keep a little bit of this rough stuff right here near the top of the bowl, just because if you look, that's where it narrows up, and I don't want to get any more narrow than that, because you know, I'm wanting to keep it thick enough that at least it could compete with corn cob. I'll tell you, the bowl is a little narrower than the corn cob. It's not that big of a deal. I'll also tell you that the bowl is 2 inches deep. 2 inches. I don't want to ruin that. I love a good big pipe, so that works real well for me. And because it's me. Howdy, Dell. Hey, Dell, don't worry. We're going to bash on Dell, but not you. The computer company. The one that kind of jacked with Martin. Real international group today. 3 from Texas, 1 from England, and 1 from Finland. And I think 1 lurker. And supposedly Martin coming back, if he feels like it. Anyways, Martin bought a computer. Computers of that quality normally run a couple grand. He's running his show through it and doing other stuff. And oh no, the lurker's gone. But Martin's running his show through it. And sure enough, he runs into some issues with the computer that he bought. So he calls up the Dell company, customer support, trying to get this problem resolved, and they're not helpful. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 calls in, he starts recording these things on video because they're not being helpful. Now you pay a couple grand for a chunk of plastic with some specialized wires and some circuit boards and the technology that goes with it. You should be able to get a little bit of technical support, especially when you're going pretty close to top end. Nope, they're not being helpful. They're just hanging up on it. See, Dell, exactly. 20-ish years ago, the Dell company was right there, top of the line, no problems. You could do just about anything you could do on a Dell that you could do on damn near any other computer on the planet. Except for one of those like mainframes. And well, okay, Dell wasn't selling you a mainframe. So there's Dell support being non-supportive 20 years later. And I mean, if their mission is to run that company into the ground, then they are right on track for it. That's what's going to happen. And basically, us, the pipe smoking community, we're going to start letting everybody know. We're going to start doing that by sharing and tweeting out that certain video that Martin's putting out there. We're going to get it out there on as many social media platforms as possible so that Dell either has to pay Martin to get that video to go away, or they have to make it right. Now, I don't know what it's going to take to make it right for Martin, but I know what it'd take to make it right for me, and let's just say they're lucky it's not me. Because where most of y'all would buy a Dell, call Dell customer support, get a little angry, and basically have to sit on your hands about it. I know where Dell's located in Austin, Texas, and that ain't nothing but a day trip. And I know where to go in Austin and hang out for as long as I need to make sure that Dell wants me to go away. Extremely. And yeah, I'm that kind of guy that would show up at their offices and make sure that they know something is fucked up. Now, unfortunately, I don't have all the particulars of Martin's account, so there's no way I could actually help him from where I'm at right now. But yeah, here in a little while, they're going to be knowing I'm in on this too. I mean, let's look at the automotive vehicle industry. They put out a product, they think it's good. Then further testing a little bit later, they find that there's an issue. What do? They issue a recall. They tell you to bring it into the nearest shop that does their recalls, and they'll take care of that item for free. So Dell customer support, that when you ask for customer support, they just hang up on you. That's not customer support. That's customer kick you in the nuts and tell you go the fuck away. Well, we're going to go away with our money. And like I said, what it would take to get me to go away is some of their money. That's why they don't want me doing nothing. The double whammy is Austin's a very liberal town. All I got to do is, play to the liberal hearts and stand out there and let everybody know what in the heck happened for real. And with the way the liberals are right now about, they hate people that make crap tons of money and are super rich. Well, then they're going to really hate all the people that work for Dell. Except for the bottom line employees that are probably just barely making a little over minimum wage. Them rich ones, they'd be getting an earful. Well, I agree with you completely, TMF. For the rest of this conversation, we will call you TMF, not Dell. So I don't want people to think I'm talking to a guy named Dell about a product named Dell and be confused on which Dell I'm talking to or about. And that's pretty much exactly what I had recently. In 2004, I bought a Dell, and it was damn good. I bought another one in 2012, and it was really nice. And well, Boris, if you're leaving, sorry to see you go. But yeah, enjoy that cigar and that dram of Harburg, because I'd be right there with you, but it's a little too early for me in the morning. But yeah, so 2012 I bought a Dell, and it was good. But here we are 8 years later. And because of how well I liked Dells, about 3 years ago, make it 4 years ago, I convinced my aunt and my mother-in-law that would be a good purchase. No. 2 issues. One, they went and they slapped Norton or Symantec or whatever the heck that was on the computer before it got to me. Even though I requested to make sure to not have Norton, my experience with Norton back in 2004, Norton was decent. 2006, Norton basically destroyed one computer that I've got, because when I put it on there, it literally, like a virus, went into every program, and I can't even get it off the computer. I've tried everything. Other people have tried everything. Other peoples have tried everything. And Norton was so infecting the computer and slowing everything down to the point where I would have done better with a Commodore 64. You got to go way back to remember what a Commodore 64 was and how slow that would have to have been. Being that the one I had was previous of internet, public or private. And that was my first major problem, is that they put Norton 360 or whatever the heck it is. Hell, I even considered getting LifeLock as a product right up until they said they were joining with Norton. Oh no, you can ring them up now, but they'll hang up on you after you ask for customer support. I mean, come on, really? You go to customer support, which you paid for when you bought the equipment, and then they don't honor that at all. I mean, all their computers on their website said like at least 90-day warranty, blah blah blah, or most of them said 1 year. No, they don't honor that. They don't even get close to honoring that anymore. Well, what, you could go to Geek Squad and buy a service contract. Hell, there's a Best Buy in just about every American city. I don't know about international, but I'm fairly certain that most of the places that sell computer equipment also have their own, basically the same format. Bunch of tech nerds that really know what they're doing with computers, and you'll be happy to have them at some point. But when they take you 8 weeks to get a 2-week fix, come on. So no, I don't much care for the way Dell did Martin. And we watched a little bit of his video on one of his live feeds. So if you see his video here in a little while, believe me, you're going to see that. If anybody is watching this later on in life, start looking up Over a Pipe on YouTube. He's put out his Dell thing. It's going to have a picture of Donald Trump and the Alienware and the Dell symbol. That's a D with a 45-degree E and 2 L's. And that's the picture he's put up as his video. Now, should he have put the Donald Trump on there? Oh, I don't know. I don't care about that. Let's be honest. It was funny because it's got Donald Trump going, "You're fired." Which, hey. Basically, that's what Martin's telling him. You're fired. Oh, it's going to be a good day. I took a bunch of measurements. I'm going to be so happy. Maybe, maybe not. Howdy, Martin. Believe me, I've already filled everybody in on your basic, what the situation was. The pipe upgrades are going well. This is what the next pipe upgrade project is. Lovingly sent to me by... Look, it's got his initial on there. Not Martin. Okay, so are you going to be looking for an alternative computing company, or are you going to be looking for alternatives to ways to get away from Dell? Uh-oh. Steph's going grunge. Alternative to Dell. Okay. Well, there's a bunch of them out there. Though, from all the information I've been able to come across, I would say that your best bet is to build your own, because for your needs, Martin, you're needing something with a bit more than what most regular computers are actually made for. Whereas if you build your own, you can cut out certain things that you do not want on there at all. Now, of course, for that, you're not building a laptop, you're building a tower unit. I don't know of anybody who's actually building laptops for their own use. So if you're wanting a laptop still, I'm just going to have to say you're going to have to get out there and do a whole lot of research work. Which, if y'all know me, you know research is one of my freaking favorite things in the world. I just love doing research. But I do it so damn well that nobody's going to question my research because I research to the nth degree. Wow, they actually cussed you out. So let me go back on this. If Dell cussed me out, there is probably because I've already started cussing them out. If Dell's cussing Martin out, I seriously doubt it's because he was cussing them out. Good morning, Kim. How you doing today? Kim comes to us from one of Steph and Skip's feeds. At least I believe that he came to us from one of Steph and Skip's feeds. So Kim, just in case you're unaware, this is just like tailgating. If you want to talk about something, throw comments in the chat. We'll talk about just about anything. Right now, Martin is sort of more or less controlling chat, but that's because he had such a bad experience with Dell computers that kind of we as the pipe community really need to stand behind him and let Dell know how crappy their product has become. Hey Martin, either you're going to get the issue resolved or you're going to get some sort of satisfaction of having everybody know. And let's be honest. Oh, I used to like Dell, Kim. I used to really like them, but about 3 years ago, I couldn't get any help out of their customer support either. That and they slapped Norton 360 on it, and Norton 360 is the worst firewall program on the planet, in my opinion. And no, it's not because I've got any issues with anything that Norton does other than the fact that they get in there and they slow your computer down to a freaking crawl. And then it infects every program you've got on the entire program list. Webroot's okay. I prefer F-Secure. F-Secure, not too many people know about it, but from where I live, it's only a few miles to NASA, so I have some friends that actually work at the Johnson Space Center, NASA, and I'm going to tell you, they trust F-Secure. Now, there's got to be a reason they trust F-Secure. So I started trusting F-Secure. And I'm just gonna say for a fact, I've never had a problem. It runs fast, it updates quickly, it does everything behind the scenes. It doesn't show you a whole big list of things, and then like when you turn on your computer, it says, hey, look, you've got this, 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 and this as an issue. And you click a couple of clicks and it says how to take care of it. And that's if you want to. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the total snafu that Dell did to Martin. All I've seen was some of the phone call video. Well, part of the reason I stopped using Kaspersky is because if you have kids that also use the computer, if you want to lock them out of websites, then you basically have to keep punching in a damn passcode to follow web links, which means you are punching in a passcode to do just about anything. I believe what did it for me with Kaspersky was I punched in a passcode so that I could go to a web page, and while browsing at that web page for something to buy, I clicked on the item and I had to punch in the web page or the code again. And before I could get all the way through to purchasing it, I had to sit there and punch the code in like 16 times. It was ridiculous. Well, Steph, I understand that, but they're not my kids. If they were my kids, it'd be different. They're my brother-in-law's kids, and my mother-in-law watches them from time to time, and she lets them get on the computer because it shuts them up. And they don't know what in the heck they're clicking on. F-Secure's got it real down simple. Click, nope, you can't go to that program. Click, nope, you can't go to that program either. Click, nope, you don't have authorization to purchase anything on this computer. And it can be divided up to each individual person. Which means you can have as many users on the computer as you want, but they all have to type in their own little made-up passwords so that they can even start the computer, and then F-Secure knows exactly what to do from that point. Well, I didn't raise them. If I raised them, it'd be a different story. Got a cat wanting in. Wish you'd find that the back door still opens. Skip, I'm wearing that jacket that you love so much. Oh, I would love to be able to help, but my brother-in-law normally barely tolerates me, mostly because, and I'm not going to try and sugarcoat this by much, my brother-in-law has basically seen that people will back down from him in any situation because he's normally a very large guy and he's uber intelligent and he's got a physical demeanor which most people would back up from him. What he doesn't like about me is that I've never backed down from him. And he hates that. What he hates most is that he knows that I'll never back down from him. Because I don't. And I won't. Kind of like how I list here, hey, this program is not for those who are easily offended. If I've offended you, look, I might apologize about it, but I'm not going to quit doing it. I state my opinion. I stick with my opinion. I am who I am. I'm not going to back away from being how I am and who I am. People want to control me and I'm not controllable, and that's okay. Well, see, I grew up with an abusive father. And he was the same kind of way. He would try to and come at you and people would back down and back away from him. Well, when I got to about 14 and he backed me into a corner and I broke his nose and we literally ended up on the floor just hanging and banging at each other, that's when I stopped deciding that backing down was ever going to be in my genetics. So people want me to back down, y'all gotta go and fix my childhood. You can't. So, sorry, this is just the way I am about things now. Now, I will tell you that I'm zen about my childhood. Yeah, it was bad. But I've found that instead of holding a grudge about it, I can let it go. I can forgive. I lived it. It's fine. It didn't kill me. It's caused me problems later on in life, and I work to control those my own self. But you basically have to, at some point, if you lived the life that I lived, you have to basically say, you know what, I'm able to forgive. I'm able to let it go. I'm able to let it not continue to affect me. And then I struggle every day with my anger issues. part of the reason why I was so physically active and always going and doing things is because if I never sat still, my dad couldn't lay hand on me. So I got to the point where I was running and swimming and climbing and hunting and doing everything I could to not be at the house. Hey, that helped out later on in life, though. Well, we kind of glad that you do like it here, TMF Dell. I don't try to alienate people. I mean, if they're trolls, I'm going to just hammer on them until they go away. Trolls basically want you to back down and let them have their own way, and well, they screw up when they do that to me because, well, I just explained it. By the way, Steph and Skip are about to start their show. I don't have my little tablet out here today because it is kind of misting and raining, and it's older equipment, and I don't know how well it handles moisture. I'm not really willing to risk it. But Steph or Skip, if y'all will at least let me know that y'all are going to start your show, that way I can get us all over there. And I'm going to agree with what Steph just typed in. This community has helped keep me sane through several really, really bad months. Being able to just listen in sometimes. I mean, just knowing, hey, there's other people out there that are having similar problems. You're not the only person out there that's not got a perfect life. That, and this is as close as I can get to sitting in a cigar lounge with friends as I've ever found. Hell, even when I was in the military, there were still some people I really didn't like. Here it's kind of easy. All I got to do is, if I don't really like that person, I don't go to their station very often. I mean, I'll still scoot by and click the like button. Careful, that's an English person saying they're going to get tea. And by English, I actually mean proper English. Not like American English. It says it right down here. An American English blend. Oh, not a problem. I don't actually care if anybody ever likes my videos. I'm afraid if I ever get around 20 people, I'm going to be completely bombarded by the text chat, and I'm not going to be able to keep up. Part of that's because I've got dyslexia. Ooh, okay. Steph and Skip are live. Everybody, let's go over there and support their show. As per always, y'all take care of yourselves. Have a great time. And long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon.